YouTube.
Starting at age 40, if we don't do something about it, we start to lose up to 1% of our muscle a year. The bad part is we're losing our strength, 2 to 4%. We're losing our power. And here are the crazy, wild statistics. Age 50 to 60, 11% of the people age 50 to 60 have sarcopenia. That means they don't have enough muscle. Starting at age 65, 50% of women are going to break a hip, break a bone. 50% of them are going to die from it within the next year. This is all preventable stuff.
Lovely people, I am back from the Tems concert. My takeaways, it is now 12:45. I've been home for at least 10 minutes, just kind of doing things. I do think that's a decent time for me to have like driven to Boston, which is about an hour away. Well, the concert area was about an hour to an hour and 10 minutes away with traffic, and that was a pretty like good drive. I took an Uber. I got there at like 8 o'clock on the dot, and I'm back home. I left here at 6:30. So I do think it's a worthwhile like and doable investment as a concert if you are somebody who is going to go after work. And I'm sorry, my voice sounds disgusting because I was screaming at the top of my lungs singing, so my voice is a little bit gone. But yeah, it was wonderful. There's great vocals. Her band is amazing. Her opener sang really well, and Lekan, LEKAN.official on Instagram. Go follow. He like prayed after to open the show, which I thought was amazing because a lot of Tems music does have kind of like a spiritual element to it. My one critique honestly would be that I wish she had a camera person to follow her around so that the audience could see her singing better when she went to do the portion of the show where she sings to an audience member. She sang to like a 10-year-old girl. I don't know who brought their child to the concert, but to be honest, like the concert was pretty doable. Like it wasn't inappropriate for a 10-year-old, I'll be very honest, outside of like the other people in attendance, which you can't really control. But yeah, she sang to a sweet 10-year-old girl, and then this other guy named Olu or something, she like made up a little song to sing to them. Loved the show. I would go again. It was very affordable too, I think. So yeah, I'm gonna go and take a shower and head to bed. Good night. Hey YouTube. Today was my work from home day after the concert. I just finished doing some patient tasks and I'm about to go downstairs and get a workout in. It's rare that I work out in the evening after my full day, but I kind of just wanted to switch my day up a little bit. Earlier this morning when I woke up, I actually had to go run a few errands and just pick up a few things that I needed. I usually budget in a little bit of money for shopping things. I'm not a huge shopper. I'm not a huge fashion person, but as I get older, I think it's a little bit important to put a little more effort and thought into how you look. And I don't think that's something that should be limited to as you get older, but that's just how it worked out for me, my lifestyle, and my level of interest. So I figured I would share some of the things that I purchased. I don't have everything that I purchased because I ended up having to order some of the things to get shipped to me. Most of them ended up being my scrubs. I'll probably insert that later, or like when it comes up, I'll just show that on a video later or something. I am finding that I hate when I walk into the room and patients don't really know like who's the doctor, so to speak. They're always like asking like, when's the doctor gonna come in? Or, oh, are you the doctor? Despite me walking in and introducing myself as doctor. Whatever. I think there are a lot of things that go into the fact that people constantly don't assume that you're the doctor. One, when you're female, and two, when you're Black. But those are things I cannot control. What I can control is how I present myself. I don't particularly love wearing dress clothes to work. I'm not gonna lie. Like, sometimes I find that some dress clothes are very uncomfortable and very limiting. I work with kids, adults. I'm doing procedures on people. I work in the hospital as well. And sometimes I'm working for long, depending on what scenario or what environment I'm working in, and I don't necessarily want to be wearing dress clothes or dress shoes all day. So I wear Nike sneakers to work, and I wear scrubs a lot of the time, or 50% of the time. Sometimes I'm in an urgent care, and urgent care, it's almost like quite a few step downs from an ER, and ERs aren't places that you would expect to see someone dressed up in a suit and tie. So why would you expect me to So because of that, I wanted to invest in some nicer scrubs, and my company usually gives us a bit of like a stipend or a little gift cards to this local scrub place, Alexander Uniforms. So I had been stacking up on these stupid gift cards for some time, and I never ended up going there. I figured I would just try to shop there. So I ended up spending $58 after using about, I think, $150 worth of gift card, and I ended up walking away with, I think it was three pairs. So I wanted to buy top and bottom to like matching sets for each pair of scrubs, because the whole point of wearing scrubs for me is, one, so that I don't have to think about it. Like, I don't want to have to try to match a top and a bottom, and I'm not a fashionista like that, so we need to make this as quick and simple as possible. Two, I need it to be easy because, like I said, it needs to be quick and simple. I try to work out most mornings before work, and so usually if I'm trying to work out and make food and like get dressed and be on time for work, I don't have time to do a lot of like prepping clothes and ironing or steaming or any of that. And I also don't want to do that the night before either. I just don't. So I needed that to be very simple. So I got a few pairs of scrubs that are a little bit nicer. So this pair could almost look like dress pants material. It's like a shiny jeans pants type of material. I also got a top to go with this, but they did not have the top in my size in store, so I had to purchase the top to go with it, but it's going to be mailed to me. And I had to do that for like most of the items. I literally only ended up coming home with 2 pairs of items, but I ordered everything to just get shipped here. And then it has a jogger bottom to it, which I prefer because, like I said, I wear Nike sneakers to work most of the time, or like Adidas sneakers or some form of sneakers like Reebok or whatever. So it just makes it easier for me. because I'm walking back and forth a lot in clinic, and I just like my feet to be comfortable and supported well. So that's just me. It has like the drawstring waist. I am now wondering if I got them a little bit too big, but I also don't like my scrubs to be super tight. Like, I know that some of the nurse girlies and some physicians like that, but I don't particularly like that look. It's still a work. I don't want it to look like leggings or tights on my legs. So yeah, I got this, and then I got another pair of pants that are also jogger bottoms. I know some people like the straight leg bottoms. I don't like how that looks on me. It has the jogger waist with the like tie, and it has pockets on the side. And now, so these pockets are like, there's an extra pocket here, and then there's the zipper pocket on the side. So I really like that because I like to put my pens here as opposed to in my top pocket on the breast pocket. I don't like that. And it also has pockets here on the side. So I pretty much like this. The tops though are the parts of the whole thing that sold it to me. The top, one of them that I bought has like buttons that goes down the front, so it almost looks like a button front shirt, which I really like. And then there was another one that also looks a little bit different. It has like the two, like it almost looks like a doctor shirt with the two pockets on the sides, but it's not super obvious, and it still looks almost like jersey-like material. So I figured that those would be two great options for me. In total, I think it ended up costing $208.62 for the 3 pairs of scrubs. So that is like 3 pairs of bottoms, 3 why can't I talk? 3 bottoms, 3 tops, a slightly like nicer, more elevated material. So I really like that. I only spent $58 out of pocket, so that works out well for me. Sticking with the whole like work theme of trying to improve my appearance at work and just how I present myself, I am a person who has always carried a backpack. I am not a handbag person. No, honey. We have other monetary goals that are gonna take precedence to us buying a designer bag. I'm not a big designer girl in general, so it's just not for me. Now, I don't think there's anything wrong with being a designer person. If you want to spend that money and you have that money to spend responsibly and it's not going to affect you and your other financial goals, power to you, sis or sir, go ahead, okay? But me personally, I have some other financial goals that take precedence to getting that designer item just because I want it. I feel like designer items are investments, and I have some other investments that I need to make before I can comfortably make that. Like, I could make that, but mentally I won't be comfortable with it, so it's a no. If there's anything that's going to make me mentally uncomfortable with spending money, I'm not going to do it. And that's just one of my like plain and simple rules. I was looking for an alternative to the designer items, so I went to Nordstrom Rack, one of my new favorite stores, and I purchased this bag. So I ended up spending about $274.78 in there. So I still spent a decent amount of money. However, I got multiple things with it, which is what I needed. So I ended up finding this woven kind of tote bag, I guess that's what it's called. It does have a liner like thing in the bottom that makes the bottom flat. I do wish it had the like little things so that if you were to put it on the floor, which I will not be doing, it doesn't like actually touch the floor. I'm gonna see if I can find a way to make that for the bag without disrupting the integrity of the fabric. But it's a pretty nice, like pretty nicely made bag. It's showing up very green, which it is, and I really like that. It comes with this really, and it's very soft, like, you know, it's very soft material. I will admit it was much more surprising in terms of price. Apparently it's comparable to a $140 value, but I only got it for $59.97. Now, that is a reasonable amount of money for me. It does come with this like metal clasp thing here that closes the bag. It does not have a zipper, which is fine for me because I intend to just like throw everything in there. Stethoscope, laptop, mouse, all the things. So I don't necessarily need it to have that. And then it also comes with this pouch that you can insert. So, you know, you can put your wallet, keys, you know, things that you don't want to just be floating around or easily like grabbable. I can put them in this, and it comes like attached to this thing. You can detach this, by the way, because it comes with a little clasp here. So I do like it. It's a pretty large size. Like it's the size of my head with my gigantic bun. I think that was a reasonable price option for me and what I'm looking for. So I bought this, and then for my work laptop and like all the cords and things that I have, they kind of just get thrown around in my bag, including like the mouse that they give me. And I end up like breaking the mouse every few months because it's just like thrown around in my bag, you know, crushed underneath the laptop and all sorts of stuff. So I got some accessories for the technology items that I needed. This brand is called Mine. Now, I really am not picky. I literally just like in my mind was like, I need to get this, and I was gonna go get some on Amazon, and I'm sure I could have gotten some on Amazon for cheaper. However, I got the bag, right? I got the bag, and then I was walking to the register and saw these right there. So I was like, not entirely the same green, but it matches, and green is one of the few colors that I actually do wear and like. So I got the laptop case, and then I also got this case that I can throw, you know, cords, the mouse, everything else in this, and it will all like nicely go together and match nicely with the bag that it will go into, and everything will be great. Another thing I had on my list was that I have been back into working out a lot more. I've always worked out, but over the last couple years, I mean, it hasn't been as much of a priority as it was because I was in residency, and then after residency I was moving and new attending and trying to figure that life out. So I got into working out more again, and then I recently joined Orange Theory. And with Orange Theory, there's a lot of running, and I've also been doing 10K steps a day on my own. So with that, 10 to 15K steps a day can be a lot, and you really need good walking shoes. I had a pair of sneakers that I was wearing, but I'm gonna be honest with you, they weren't the best. I was trying to save a pretty penny, and your girl was getting plantar fasciitis. So my foot, like at the end of every day, the bottom of my feet were so tight and sore. And so I was like, yeah, I'm getting plantar fasciitis, and it's probably because I'm walking 10 to 15K steps a day, and I'm not wearing the most appropriate shoes when I'm doing this. So I went on the hunt for good sneakers, and that was on my list. Like I said, I make a list of wants. The bag was on my list, the laptop and stuff, accessories were on my list, and so were the sneakers. So again, Nordstrom Rack, I went and I found these. So this is the Cloud Tech Phase, what is it called? I don't know. Okay, anyway, I don't know what it's called, but this is the seedling color of the Cloud Tech Phase Technology sneaker. I really like this. I don't usually get these kinds of colors. Like first the green, now the purple. we're a new girl, okay? So I got a little bit of color. I am going to try them out right now because like I said, I'm gonna go work out. It's gonna be a light day. So I think this is a good time to try these sneakers out and break them in. I got them in a size 9, okay? Yes, I've got a slightly larger to average size foot, and I really liked them when I tried them on in store. They didn't have a lot of other colors in store, and I really wanted them now. Like I was like, we're getting it now. I like these. I am gonna let you know how they work out. They're good for walking because they have the curve in them, so it's great to like support your foot but also give you a natural movement to it. So these are my new fave. Last but certainly not least, for work, on the days when I do dress up or I don't wear scrubs, I like to also have a comfortable, supportive shoe that I can wear. I usually wear shoes that, you know, are easily slipped on, or you can like wear those little foot socks with them. And I have a lot of black options, but I didn't have a lot of brown. And you know, fall is coming up. Kind of needed something that was in that brown area or a brown color scheme. And in Nordstrom Rack, and I found this. Now you might say this looks like school shoes as I used to wear growing up in Jamaica, but I'll be really honest with you, as I've grown up, I've tended to start liking these shoes as a regular shoe. I like that it has a little bit of a heel to it. I don't love to be entirely flat. I find that when my feet are in shoes that are too flat, that's what tends to make them hurt more. It is from Cole Haan, the brand. Let me see. The Cole Haan brand, which is a brand that I have kind of become very fond of. I have their leather gloves for winter. Chef's kiss. Really love that brand. So yeah, these are a new favorite of mine that I just got. I can't wait to wear these and break these in. But these are my shoes. This pair of shoes cost $99.97. Not gonna lie, but it is real leather. They're really sturdy, really great material. And then the sneakers cost $99.97. So everything costs a little bit of a penny, but I really like them. Yeah, really happy with my purchases. So that's what I bought. I also went to Target just to get like groceries and things, but now I'm gonna go work out and call it a day. Oh, the University of Buffalo in New York, in the US here, some of the residents at the University of Buffalo are currently on strike. Now, if you're not in medicine or not in the healthcare field, this means absolutely nothing to you. But I think it should mean something to you, because these poor residents have been enduring what I feel is like piss poor treatment by their program. I mean, very often residency in general is a grueling process all on its own, just by the way that it is made up. And these residents actually get paid, in some senses, even almost more than $20,000 less than their counterparts in residency programs in nearby areas. So that's just not okay. They also don't get very good healthcare benefits or healthcare like insurance plans, which sucks. Sometimes the deductible, which is the amount that you have to pay for the year before your insurance will kick in to pay anything, is very, very high. And if you're on a residency salary, you can't afford to take on any excess cost, especially when you're sick. So they also get like really bad, there's no retirement plan option for them. It's just crazy. Like one of the residents even had some issues with getting time off to get chemotherapy treatments for her colon cancer. Can you imagine being sick and taking care of sick people whilst being sick yourself and having to fight for the right to be able to take care of yourself? That's just crazy to me. But unfortunately, it's not unique to the University of Buffalo. But in this scenario, right now, the University of Buffalo residents are striking. They are on strike, and rightfully so. They deserve everything that they are asking for. They have been on strike as a last resort, mind you, because they have apparently gone to the bargaining table several different times in several different ways and asked, you know, is there a way that we can rectify this? They've unionized, which if you are in healthcare, you know how hard that is for physicians. I think it's very common for people like nurses and medical assistants to have a union, but for physicians, we just generally are not awarded that same luxury. People assume that we all get paid fairly and we all don't, especially as residents. So it becomes, and there's a lot of like pay disparity and, you know, just so much that happens in terms of compensation in medicine when it comes to physicians and other providers that makes it hard for us to unionize. It's not in the best interest of our employers for us to unionize either. So the fact that these residents were able to unionize is incredible, and I applaud them for it. But this is how you can help, okay? How you can help is go to the link in my description and sign the petition for the University of Buffalo residents. It will help them a lot. This petition is really just to try to get them to get what they're asking for. It's to try to get their employers to listen to them. It's to try to prevent this kind of piss poor treatment from happening to future residents to that program or to that hospital, because this is not something that's affecting one residency program, it's affecting multiple residency programs within that hospital system. So if you can, and if you care about the treatment of these residents, I would advise that you please just click that link in my description, write your name down. You can also submit it anonymously. It would help out those residents and we would appreciate it a ton. Okay, if you are not healthy as a provider, you have no business taking care of sick people. That's just my thought on the matter. But yeah, I'm gonna go work out so I can keep myself healthy to keep taking care of my patients, and I advise that you guys do the same. Last night you guys saw me go to the Tems concert. It's been a while since I've like really been on here doing stuff, but my aim is to try to be more consistent. Hopefully it works out well. I have some ideas in mind. A lot of times the hardest part about showing up in this arena is confidence, and confidence is something that I'm working on a lot. Hence why I am about to share some of the things that I have purchased to try to help improve my confidence. And not that you don't have to buy things or like change your appearance to be confident, but in a lot of cases it is important how you look or how you present yourself. If you are confident in how you present yourself, then you can be confident in other people's perception of you, because that does affect your confidence. But yeah, I think I've said confidence like 50 times. But anyway, thank you for watching. Bye.
But look at you. Look how far you've come. You faced your trauma.